Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 99 of Direwolf20's FTB Sky's expert playthrough, where today's plan is I'm setting up a mob crusher, because I want more liquid experience. So I have a fun plan for this a little bit. So first off, on the up will be an insert on white, and on here will probably be an extract, and I'm probably going to need overclockers for this. So actually, I had them right here, so that works. Boom, 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 and now zoinks. Clear it all out. Nice. In terms of fluid extracting, though, we'll see if 1,000 buckets per second is enough. It may or may not be. Ender tank. What if I got lime? Does that sound cool? I think so. How about lime, white, lime? I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that I'm not currently already using that. I hope that is true. And you're going to sit there with an insert on. There you go. Nice. Now you might be saying to yourself, Direwolf, this mob crusher is very slow. You're not going to get a lot of mob experience from this. Remember how slow things spawn in there? And my response to you is, viewer, don't you remember? Time torches. I already prepped this. Beep, beep, beep. Aha! Now we're cooking. How cool is that? Not too shabby. So now the question is, are you able to keep up? You may not be able to. Now for essence, you're going to come over here, my good friend, and go straight into, I presume, here. And if I do this, can you drain into that? Why, yes, you can. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Now, are you able to keep up with the draining, or do you need a little overclocking help? You need a little overclocking help. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. That should be good. Cool. So, like, we'll still get pink slime going on. We'll definitely get a lot of this going on. And we might even get a few of these. I actually turned this into a trash can, too, for the mob drops, only because I think we're good on mob drops for a little bit. And at such point that we need mob drops again, I will stop voiding the ones that are coming from here and do something with them. But at this point, I'm not going to sweat it. And the reason I did this whole shenaniganry, is so that I'd have experience. And now we have lots of experience, and that's cool, right? The reason I wanted lots of experience is I would kind of like to get some enchanting going on. Debating how much I want to do this. Do I want to, like, go all... Because we have Apotheosis in the pack. Do we want to go, like, super deep into Apotheosis? Because we're going to fight Trigon soon. I think I want to fight the Gaia Guardian pretty soon. And the reason I want to do that is I actually made a bunch of floating Energisias over here to go in tandem with my other Energisias. Now, none of them are backstuffing yet, but we're getting awfully close. If you look at this guy, he's kind of full. I had to throw a mana potency lens on there to get... So, like, he's running, but, like, he's not... Like, see how fast these guys are like, this guy's barely keeping up. And the reason for that is because his mana burst has to go further. It has to go an extra block. Now, in fairness, I could just put this guy right on top of the mana pool and probably be okay. But I wanted to make sure I had it close enough to all this stuff. I also added some mana pools here to kind of give me a little bit more stuff that I could do. To a little buffer, a little bigger buffer that I could work with. So ultimately, we should wind up getting lots more mana now. But I thought it would be cool to fight the Gaia Guardian, unlock whatever that unlocks within this pack, and have access to the Gaia mana spreaders, which should be able to support far more mana for me to transmit. Because I remember the Elven mana spreaders were good, but the Gaia mana spreaders are, like, way better. So that's why I made myself a nice little flux-infused bow. Now, I wouldn't mind getting Infinity on this guy, especially... Oh, good, we have Infinity. Look at that. Especially if that would mean... Oh, good. That's what's up. As long as I don't have to, like, you have an arrow in my inventory. That's, like, my biggest pet peeve with Infinity. And I know, like, a lot of mods fix that. I don't know which ones specifically, but I know they exist. What is that? Oh, Apotheosis thing. Cool. Ancient rarity material. That's cool. Yeah, so the fact that Infinity works is good. I wouldn't mind some faster bow. I wouldn't mind some more power and all that overpoweredness. So that's why I kind of started thinking about getting more experience stored here, so that I could have the experience I need to maybe progress through and get some enchanting going. Does that sound like a kind of a plan? Let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds fun to me. That sounds like a fun side project for us to work on. Getting access to better enchants. So what we're going to want then is an enchanting table, right? And then we're going to want to get into the whole Eterna Quanta Arcana rectification game, right? So we're going to want some bookshelves. We have some, but we could totally get some more. So let's get some oak. Okay, and then we're going to want, just to get started, obviously, 15 bookshelves. Okay, and then you're at level 15 for Eterna, 15 for Quanta. That looks cool. And then if we want, we can look at Apotheosis. Now I'm hopeful that, like, things aren't too crazy, right? But I remember, like, effectively the first thing you want to get is a blazing. That gives you more Quanta and Eterna. That gets you up to 30 Eterna. Or glowing. I think glowing being the better one, right? We want glowing, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. So for that, we're going to want some hell shelves. That's going to need a potion of regeneration. And some nether bricks. Do you not know how to make nether bricks? We have netherrack, or we don't have netherrack? We have some netherrack. I guess our netherrack maker is kind of being kept busy with this whole thing. Meh. True. What if I did this? You ready? My extractor. So what I could do... What do you got going on right now? You're like super fast card overclocker? So what if we did... And you're on what? Orange? So what if we had an extract on orange, but then we wanted to filter you. Because remember, if you filter on the extract, it'll keep that many in stock, right? So if I say, hey, you empty denialist, but then we put crushed netherrack in there. So now you're not allowed to extract netherrack, and you are going to be an allow list. So if we do that, we should be building up netherrack now. So everything else is still working, but netherrack is backstuffing now, right? Now, can we take crushed netherrack? What can we do? Oh, that's the only thing we can do with that is sift it. Oh, that's a bummer. I was hoping we could like smelt it, but maybe not. Okay. We're gonna want to think about that. Where else can we get netherrack from? Is there like another way that we could do that? Meh. Cobbled netherrack is the smelted one. No. I could just make another one of those generators, right? That's probably the right course of action. Yeah. I hear you rustling. Got you, goat. So yeah, here's what I'm thinking. Let's undo that, so we actually don't need any of this. You should have been, okay, so clear that, clear that. Okay. You should have been clear. Cool. Okay. Let's instead get another pedestal dude. So you and the material generator. There you go. And then you're going to want import upgrades. Probably swap that to export. And then we're probably going to want another pedestal. Okay? So now we got 2 pedestals. All right, so your job with a pickaxe, which I think we could get Silk Touch pickaxe. Might be cool. Doesn't one of these guys have has fortune built in? Right. Is it relatively easy to get Silk Touch? I think it was, right? 2 emeralds, 2 diamonds, 2 lapis, and 2 source gem blocks. Two emeralds, 2 diamonds, 2 lapis, and 2 source gem blocks. And a book. So we do this, and then we'll have a Silk Touch, which should just get us straight up netherrack. Cool. We'll just make a diamond one because we have infinity billion diamonds. Okay. So now we've got Silk Touch. We can do thing for 4 levels. Look at how much EXP we're getting. We're already like just blowing away. We have more experience than we've ever had in like minutes of just running that thing. Okay, so I'm pretty sure what I want to do is click you on there and now give you this, and you should be now producing regular netherrack. Cool. Cool. And then we could have a functional storage drawer that we will lock and add to the system. So you probably going to want you with an export upgrade. And then we're going to want a link. Remember, it's opposite of what you'd expect. Here to there. Now he should be sending. Good. And then you can lock. And then you can be bound to that guy. And now we should have netherrack building up in the system. Cool? Sweet. Okay. Good. Everybody go home where you belong. Okay, good, good. Actually, I want that wand still. Gonna need that in a minute. Do. That works, and that works. And you guys go away. Nice and organized. Sweet. Okay, now we've got netherrack. Let's go teach it how to make nether bricks. Because we're going to need this at some point anyway, right? So you're going to just be smelt. And I think it's easier to fly over here and put this in manually than it is to go find this dude in the thing. Okay, so now we should have plenty of netherrack bricks. So close. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, and now we should be able to get these guys. Cool? And if we wanted to be super cool about it, we could do that just to speed up, you know, the thing. Now we can get like 100 more of these. Well, close to it. There we go. Nice. So one more set of these should be what I need for this. And that should be cool. So now let's get, I forget how many of these we need, but I don't remember it being a lot. So let's start with 3 and go from there. I'm kind of just winging this a little bit because I don't exactly remember all the details of how everything works. It might be 6 that I ultimately need, but we'll see. But let's get some potions of regeneration. Do I have a brewing stand? If I did, this is usually my vanilla working area. So now I have a brewing stand, right? And then we can get some blaze. And we get some bottles. And if I want this dude, it's going to be a ghast here with netherwort. And that's it, right? Cool. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Okay. Now you're going to need some experience. Soulbound, huh? That ain't right. So for you to upgrade, you're going to need at least 22.5 Eterna and 30 Quanta. Okay? So that means we're going to want to... Well, actually... Okay. And then you should add, right? Cool. So we probably do need another set of those. So you guys can upgrade into nether bricks. We're going to want 18 more. So you go away, and then we're going to want another ghast here. 3 more water bottles, and another netherwort. Okay, so you. Bing, bang, boom. I had a feeling it was either 3 or 6 that you ultimately need. Now we should be at 22.5 and 30, which means annoyingly, I need 1 more. Apotheosis shelf. Because in order to get this, we need to be at 22.5. Is there another shelf I could get access to? Sea shelf? That might be cool. Let me grab one of these, because I think that's doable. We're going to ultimately eventually want sea shelves anyway. And I think we have prismarine going on. That works. Right? So now I can do this. Infusion is 45 EXP. Okay. Boom. And then I can swap you. And infuse this guy, right? Why are you not infusing? 22.5, Quanta 28. What do I need for this? Infusion? Quanta has to be at least 30, right? So then we need to throw a skull down. Skulls have a bunch of quanta on them. And now we should be fine-ish. Are you not recognizing that as quanta? That should be cool. Nice. Okay. Now these guys can be upgraded. I remember this being the better one, right? Because it's 2 quanta versus 4 a turn of 5 quanta, but -1 clue. Yeah. Or your other option was... Is that it? Apotheosis shelf? Because there's this guy, 4 and 5, or this guy, which gives you some Arcana, right? Now that can max 30, and this can max 30. So I'm going to go the glowstone route. That's usually what I go. Right? We're going to stay there for a minute, just to keep my quanta up. And this guy? Okay, cool. Now you're close. Infusion? Infusion. A couple more of these dudes. Infusion. If I waste a few levels of experience, I'm not losing sleep over that, for the record. Okay. Cool. Sweet. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere, right? So you guys are all +2s. Glowing hell shelves. Nice. Now what we want to get to is probably the ability to have these guys that can get me up to a 45, right? Though, or is this like the interim? So that's a 35. This is a 30. This can get me up to 30 as well. I think this is the interim one. Echoing. Deep shelf. So that'll get me up to 35. And then echoing or soul touched. Or skulk. So these guys are smithing table with Obidus runes from Reaper. I feel like this was added by FTB Skies. See the recipe by FTB Skies? Yeah, they playing around with me. All right. And then this guy has to get enchanted with 30 and 40, and at least 40 Arcana as well to get infusioned. And then these guys need the enchanted version of them with Echo Shards, right? Or Soul Lanterns. Cool. And then Skulk Shelves will take the Echoing Deep Shelf with Warden Tendrils and Skulk stuff. And then finally, End Shelves need Deep Shelves and Ender Cores, and that'll get me up to 40. So I can skip this tier if I want. Right? If I want. Because I can go straight from here with Ender Power Cores as long as I... Yeah, that could be cool. Where do I get Dragon Heads from? End City. Okay. Fair enough. So let's look at... How do we get... So Infused Hell Shelves and Obidus Runes, which are going to need Echo Shards and Soul Steel Ingots. And Polished Moonstone. Okay. So do we have Moonstone? We do. Polished Moonstone is not quite that. Even though it pretends like it is. We're going to have to stone cut it. We'll start with 18. Does that sound like a number that we might want? And that'll get me 6 of those? Yeah, that should be cool. Now, Echo Shards. What was the deal with Echo Shards? So we have a bunch of them. Where do they come from again? Warden Predictions. I think I traded them. Didn't I trade them from a shady wizard? Yeah. I know. Hey, you. Oh, actually, you don't trade for that. So Amethyst and Source Gems will get me Echo Shards. Look at it go! Don't me. Invar coins, huh? Can I get these relatively easily? Not really. So what I could do... Where was your thing? I believe your thing was here. Isn't that your thing? Or are you stuck now because you, like, did all this stuff? I guess what I could do is get another villager. Ooh, incubator, huh? It's interesting. Easy villagers. Maybe? Trader? Auto trader? Incubator. I don't know how this works, but let's find out. Magically inclined steel. Oh. I can do that, and then I can get it, and that would be cool. Alright, I think I've got pretty much everything I need to make 6 of these, or more. Yay. Alright, now what do I do with these again? Smithing table with infused hell shelves, right? And that will make what? So 175 up to a max of 27, but they have to be infused. And then that will make you, which can then be, needs at least 30, 40, and 40. So where are we at here? We could have some work to do. All right, so Apotheosis, shelf, right? So blazing and glowing will get me to 30. So if I made a few more glowing hell shelves, I think we'd be cool, right? And then that will probably get me everywhere because it also gets me more arcana. So let's do that. Let's definitely do that. So what we're going to want, let's get 6 more. Does that sound cool? Yes, I like that plan. So let's do Netherwart, bing bang. Let's do gas tier, bada bing. And then we should probably just have like glass keeping stock going on, right? You and you. Did I make it? I think I made it. That was a close one. That was a close one. Okay. And then a couple hundred of you guys. And I should be able to break. Yeah. Should be cool, right? Might have been one too many. So I think you need 22 and a half. Is that what we were at? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So now let's get a bunch more of these because we know we're going to need them. That's 1, 2. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then you should be good to go for infusion, provided I have the experience. And again, I'm not sweating losing a few levels. We have enough experience, and it's pretty much infinite at this point. That will be fine. Right? And then we get some more glowings. Start with 4. Does that sound cool? And where does that get me? 30, 45, and 40? Cool. Okay. That's actually perfect. Because then I can combine you two. Right? Now that's not a great shelf, but if I do this and we do infusion, we should be cool, right? And then that's going to get me up to a max of 35. Boom. That's cool. Okay. And now Apotheosis shelf. If I went echoing, we could get to 37.5. Now this guy, if I want end shelves, I just take a deep shelf that's already 35 and smithing table it into an end shelf, right? And basically, it's like the same thing, but can go up to 45, right? It's 2.5, 5, and 5. 2.5, 5, and 5. So the exact same stats, but it just lets you get further. That seems reasonable. Okay. So let's get some power core or ender cores. Right? Easy enough to make a bunch of those. And then we're going to want some more deep shelves. So that's just going to be some more infused hell shelves and obidus runes. We're going to want more bricks. And while that's happening, we'll get, how about 3 more sets of these? That sounds cool. Oh, a villager has showed up. I was just saying to myself quietly in my head, hey, how come we haven't seen any villagers showing up recently? Look who decided to show up. Thanks, buddy. Welcome. Wonder if there's some like limit or something. I don't know. And then water bottles. We should get 9 sets. Okay. And then we'll just do these at a time, right? So you. There you go. Perfect. And then more hell shelves. That works, right? And then infusion is not a great number. Whatever. It's all good. I'm not sweating it, remember? Did that do soulbound? I don't want soulbound. Undo that. Grindstone. Now, somebody explain to me why they don't stack, and how did I get 2 stonecutters here? I don't know. Infusion. Good to go. What are we out of? Lapis? Probably out of lapis. Yup. I love Apotheosis. It's such a good mod. It's so much. It really expands Enchanting because it gives you like a whole progression system that you can like have a lot of fun with. Okay, we'll get 4 more of those dudes, and then we should be able to. So now I have to infusion them, right? Because if I want the end shelves, we need infused deep shelves. Yes. And then your ender cores. Sweet. Okay. Now to get them better, this will get me a maximum of 45. So this is 5, 7.5, 7.5. So this is all around better if I have end rods, which I don't know if I can get. End rods require. I could 100% get end rods. I could 100% get end rods. Right? 100%. Or a dragon head, which I can't get right now. Right? But I'm sure I can at some point once I get to the end, which is soonish, right? So I do that, and then I should be able to do this, and then that's cool. And now we're talking like 45 out of 50. Cool. Now, if we want to get to 50, we need the Draconic End Shelf. Okay? And that gives me plus 10. Is there anything else that can let me get to 50? I want to say no. Just this dude is 50, right? We can get some rectification is always a good idea too. We should get the top tier rectification if we can. That's just gonna require, that's easy. This requires, I think, the end. Am I wrong about that? I think there was something about bees that could get me these, right? Yeah. Yeah, I need this anyway. But yeah, that's not terrible. And then you are totally doable. Blackstone, I think I've got. And then you are honeycomb and amethyst, not a big deal. And then that's not a big deal. Yeah, so that's overall not terrible. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I would like top tier rectification. What would I need? 4 of these if I wanted to go top tier rectification? That could be cool. And I can absolutely get rid of some of these like junky bookshelves in the back here. Because I'm still at 45 and 85, right? 45, 85, 80. 45, 45, 45. See, we don't even need these shelves no more. Sweet, right? We don't even need those shelves anymore. So we've got plenty of room for expansion there. So Quanta, remember, is like a destabilization. It might be worse, it might be better. But if you get rectification, it's always better. So if I got 100% rectification right now, which I think I should be able to do, that would be cool. Let's do this Lord of whatever bee thing, right? Because I remember him being easy, right? It's just you get a proto-chorus and you give it to a pure bee. And that's it, right? So if we got a chorus, and we got a pure... How do we get pure bees again? No, I've got some. We give a pure daisy to a bee. Did we have some in here? Bee, 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 diamond bee, diamond bee. So these are regular bees. if we want a pure daisy, that's 4 white petals. And a seed. Okay, and then you're gonna do that. And then I want Protochorus and another cage. Try not to go drown yourself, B. Lord of Darkness. So speaking of Lord of Darkness, purple petal block. Okay. Purple. Petal block. So how about we get another advanced oak hive? Need some shears. Need a campfire. Right? And then an expansion box. Ah, what'd you just do? Okay. And then if we broke this block, and we put that there, and then we had our advanced oak beehive with our expansion blocks. Okay, and then we put you in here. Now we're gonna want the simulator upgrade and productivity, if you guys don't mind. These guys aren't bad, right? Yeah, no, they're not bad at all. Well, maybe. We'll see. I don't know if I need it. So, how about you? Aha! Lord of Darkness. Sweet. Now we find out if he's happy about stuff. So if he's gonna work, he should work, right? Adult, productivity high, behavior diurnal, endurance strong, temper normal, any flower, breeding. Might as well clean this stuff out. I think he needs it to be daytime. We'll see how right I am about that. Hey, look at that. Look what's working. Woohoo! I like it. Right? That's cool. I'm 100% on board with that. And again, no idea if we're going to need a lot of these or not, but I'll let him sit here now, and he'll just do his thing. Is that cool? Okay. So now we've got these guys, and they get processed in a fabrication matrix. Right? And you have that covered. Sweet. Purple blocks. I like it. That works, right? That totally works. Alright, so that's way past wrapping up point, so we're going to do that. And come back next time and get more into Apotheosis. Then I want to get a bunch of good enchants on my stuff. Then probably fight the Gaia Guardian, and then we'll go from there. For now, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.